Today I'd like to do a 1-year video with the LG GizmoPal 2. Nikki did a video on this, and we were huge fans of this watch for about 6 months. That was a couple of months after Nikki filmed that video. We had it for probably, I think, a few months at that point. And in the last 6 months, between an app update and this watch and its performance, we are just not fans of this thing. It is a great concept. I think this thing is a really good idea, but the app and the speed and the implementation is just terrible now. And I want to go over a review on what changed. There's an app to use this watch that caregivers, parents use, and the app was doing, pretty well for what we were wanting. And then all of a sudden they did an update, and it made us log in, and it erased the account on the phone, on both our phones, which I can understand if like we had switched phones or something like that. But same phones, we didn't change the watch, everything was the same, and then it did an app update. So we had to go back in, and again, it was just a password and username, but at that point we had just been opening the app. So it was an irritation that we had to go and pull up the password and the username and all that kind of stuff. Then it happened again, and then it happened again. And it finally got to the point, I don't know if there was an app update or what, but we didn't have to keep logging in every time. And so that was good. But then on the screen, when you open it up, instead of showing the watch, because we only have the one, or at least our daughter's name or something, it just said, add a Gizmo watch. And I think that is a awful design choice, because it took a little bit of time to realize, oh, her name was up on the little tiny top, and you have to swipe to the right to go to the watch. Why on earth, LG, would you make an app so the default screen is not the watch that's programmed into the app? That seems like a terrible choice, because I can almost guarantee someone that is not as technology literate would get it, and say it was a grandparent, and all of a sudden they just call their kids or go to the store and say it's not working, and they're like, oh no, you have to swipe, and they just wasted all that time when you could have just opened the app and had the watch right there. The other thing with the app is, again, it was not Life 360 to get the watch to pull up. Life 360 is instantaneous. It still took a couple of minutes on the old version of the app when we first had it. This new app version, it can take up to 5 minutes, and sometimes it can't even find the watch. And if it does, it shows that at a previous location that you're not at anymore. I have no idea why that's possible when all this is, all it has to do is just tell you where it is and make a phone call. But it doesn't have to do anything else. And I can go into Life 360 and do that instantaneously for a phone. I just don't understand why it's so hard to get this to be that quick. And there's just such a huge delay on the history. There's a thing on the app where you can scroll through, and you can see phone calls made to from. You can see when the location was requested for it. And it was like 2 weeks behind on the stuff we were asking for. And if that isn't enough, the battery on this used to be, we could get probably like 3 or 4 weeks. And all we used this for was our daughter would hit the little play button to play some songs. And if we're going to go to a theme park or a big event with lots of people, or the mall, she would wear it just so, at least at the time when we first got it, you could just pull it up and relatively quick you could see her if she were to go away. And then also the big thing I liked about this is the auto answer, where if it rings 3 times, it just is speakerphone. And that still works. So that didn't go down. but the battery life on this went to like days, and I have no idea why. I mean, it was months, and it was perfect for the longest time, and then all of a sudden, probably about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, it just went to nothing. I mean, I charged this up at the beginning of last week, which normally, previously, would have gotten us a few months. And now it is nothing. It is dead. It is super dead. And it was dead a few days ago. The concept is great. It's water resistant. The auto answer is a fantastic feature. You can hear what's going on. Thank you for watching. This was the 1 year review of the LG GizmoPal 2. And sadly, it is not good. And if you have one, maybe start looking for other options. Maybe write in the comments if you've had the same issues. Life 360, if you're watching this, please make something with the Apple Watch.